This message is about coming alongside leaders, helping them to develop their business, their team, and the people around them the way they want, to receive from the business what they truly want the business to do for them personally, not just in the business. What's one of the biggest barriers to success in business? Without a doubt, it's stress, it's worry, it's our mindsets. If you could change your mindset at any time and choose a more hopeful, more optimistic, more creative mindset, what would that mean to your business? Well, you can. It just means learning how to do that, and it's not hard. Recently, I had a client that was feeling totally anxious, totally overwhelmed, totally fearful, worried about the infliction of himself onto his team, onto the people in the office, and onto his family. So what was that doing to his business? And have you been there? I have. I've been there, and it's not a nice place to be. But what's it doing, not only to you or to the person that's stressed, what's it doing to the people around you? And what's it doing to the business? Well, it's holding it back from growth. It may even still be growing, but on the inside you could be dying. And the more you grow it, the more it requires your input. So how do you get around this? How do you actually change something that is a stress, that is a problem, that's facing you right now? It might be not able to find workers, it may be not being able to keep workers, it may be not having enough work, it may be having too much work. It could be any number of issues. It could be relational, it could be health, it could be anything. We will be faced with challenges all through this life. That's a fact. There's no running away from that. I don't know anyone that doesn't face challenges. But I do know a way to be okay while those challenges are going on. Now, we might not be 100%, but what if we could be 80% okay whilst the journey of those challenges are happening? So how do you be okay in the storms and the stresses of life? How do you actually do that? Well, it's a process. It's just a learnt process of being able to capture your thoughts and then being able to change them around. Now, there was a business owner of a housing company that I recently met. In 10 minutes, he went from a 0 of anxiety, stress, to an 8 of hope-filled, back on fire, changed mind, changed behaviour in 10 minutes. Imagine if he was to do this on a regular basis to the point where he could do it himself. Well, that's what's happening. People are learning to do this process themselves. It's called EET DERT. So what is EET DERT? Well, it's fairly simple. It just does take a little bit of practice to bring out the negatives, squash them and increase and find the positives in any challenge. That in itself is a bit of a challenge, and some challenges are quite disastrous. So we might not be lifted up to an 8, but we can be lifted up. We can certainly be lifted up. And what's that going to mean to your life, to your family, to your business? It's going to mean that the rate of growth in all those areas is going to be increasing. There's statistics that show that effective communication can lift you up past your peers 3 to 3.5 times. That's through effective communication. It also lifts up productivity, 20-25%. It also reduces turnover, 59%, when there's effective communication. So what can that mean to your business? It's not just about your people, it's about the leaders. If the leaders have a good process of communication with themselves first, then they can bring that communication process to others. whether it be at work or whether it be at home. Today we're facing an amazing challenge with business costs of over $60 billion, as stated by Engineers Australia, Medicare, that businesses are being faced with what's called silent quitters. So what's a silent quitter? It's someone that turns up to your place acting like they're okay, but when they get home, they don't want to come back. They will pick up alcohol, they'll pick up drugs, they'll pick up whatever they want. They'll get violent because they're not fulfilled in their business. They're not getting effective communication. And most, from the last 40 years, most companies have not got any system of effective communication. Hopefully that's changing as we understand that a communication is needed in a business for it to thrive, for the rate of growth to continue, and for the feeling of enjoyability to increase. I'd like to offer you a challenge and to just have a look at your day and grade your day between 0 and 10 as you go through your day. And just see where you're sitting. If you're sitting under 5, which is not a good place, then could you do with some assistance to bring you up into the 8s and the 9s? If you could stay in the 8s or 9s on a constant basis, what's it going to mean for you? My suggestion, my guide to you is to find out how to create effective communication for yourself as a leader and then pass it on into the people of your business, and you will watch it grow. You'll watch the rate change. You'll watch the enjoyability come up, and you'll surpass your peers that aren't doing that, possibly more than 3.5 times. I hope that is helpful.